On a dark July night in 1839, a group of 53 Mende Africans aboard the cargo schooner Amistad lay shackled together below decks in the cramped, dark hold. They didn't know where they were or what their fate was to be, but their hunger for freedom was stronger than their fear. Breaking out of his shackles using a nail, Sengbe Pie gathered the other warriors, seized a number of sugarcane knives, burst from the hold, and took the ship by force. The schooner had been their prison, chartered to take them to a Cuban sugar plantation where they faced enslavement. But by breaking their bonds, the Amistad became the vehicle by which they would win their freedom. This was hardly the beginning nor the end of their story, however. The Amistad Africans had been kidnapped from their homes in Mendeland, Sierra Leone, and forced aboard the slave ship Takora with some 500 other souls to spend 2 horrific, traumatizing, and often deadly months crammed below decks, crossing the ocean in what has become known as the Middle Passage. Reaching Havana, Cuba, these 49 men and 4 children were purchased at auction by 2 Spaniards and loaded secretly aboard the Amistad to hide their illegal enslavement. After their famous rebellion, the Amistad Africans, using a combination of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and luck, managed to sail the alien vessel up the coast of North America to Connecticut, where they were captured by the U.S. Navy. With the help of well-organized abolitionists and religious leaders in Connecticut and New York, they worked their way through the U.S. judicial system all the way to the Supreme Court, where they won their freedom. And, almost 3 years after they were torn from their homeland, returned to Mendeland as free people. Facing insurmountable odds, the Amistad Africans and their allies did what seemed impossible. To win their freedom, countless people brought what they had to offer, their success born from a multifaceted approach. The Amistad Africans wielded their cane knives in violent rebellion, and later their stories in court and in the press. The lawyers used the law to give the powerless a voice. Religious leaders used their pulpits to inspire grassroots activism among the common people. The rich and powerful used their privilege to persuade and support. The smallest of the Mende children used his quick grasp of English to convince John Quincy Adams to represent them before the Supreme Court. Their success would not have been possible had people from all facets of society not come together and used the tools at their disposal to stand behind the Amistad Africans who never stopped fighting. Over 150 years have passed since the rebellion aboard the Amistad, and we are still fighting for racial justice. Though our current world is vastly different in many ways to the world in which the Amistad Africans lived, the forces we fight are just as great. However, the people, the tools, and the passion at our disposal are more powerful than ever. The Amistad story remains to this day as a beacon of hope and an example of how change can happen when diverse people make many small steps with a larger goal at its heart. Current technology allows people from all walks of life and from anywhere in the world to collaborate and share stories of struggle and hope. And at Discovering Amistad, we are committed to providing platforms for these interactive dialogues with the common goal of activism and meaningful change. Follow us at Discovering Amistad to see how you, no matter who you are, can follow in the Amistad Africans' footsteps and forge a more just society.